Hey everybody, Mr. the Fanboy here. This is your review of the Jobber Rumble. Oh, I mean the Royal Rumble 2017. And as you can see by the title, this was one of the worst shows. This was one of the worst Royal Rumbles of all time and one of the worst pay-per-views I've ever watched. The pay-per-view was straight boring. The pay-per-view was straight boring. The only good match was the AJ Styles versus John Cena's match. I have to give it to those two guys, man. Those two guys tore the house down tonight. Those two guys tore the house down tonight. Sucks to see AJ lose. I got problems with both Cena and AJ, but I've always preferred Styles over John Cena. It sucks to see him lose, but everything else on the show. First off, you had the opening match between, what was it again? It was one of the Diva matches. It was, oh yes, Charlotte Flair versus Bayley, Skip, Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns. I guess this was an okay match. However, I turned this off 18 minutes into the match. 13 minutes into the match due to sheer boredom. According to the results, Kevin Owens defeated Roman Reigns to retain his belt. Neville versus Swan for the Cruiserweight Championship. Who cares? And like I said, John Cena versus AJ Styles. What a phenomenal match. And to tell you, and people, like I said, I got to give it up to them because Cena, I've been sick of Cena for I don't know how long. His character since 2000, Cena has not been a good character since 2008, and I never liked the Cena character, but he's been boring and stale since 2008. He's had good matches here and there, but he's been boring and stale since 2008. Then we got AJ Styles. AJ Styles. Like I said, I was boycotting AJ Styles matches after the disappointing feud with Chris Jericho. I was boycotting AJ Styles matches, but this right here was one of the best matches he's had in WWE, one of the best performances I've seen of him in WWE. Right here, this was match of the night. But then we get to the match I tuned into the show for, the Royal Rumble. What a what a piece of crap! The flying turds. Words can't describe how terrible this Royal Rumble was. It was boring. First, you start off with Enzo and Cass. Way to start off a Royal Rumble, man. I was bored, and their promo went on for like almost 10 minutes. Big Cass and Enzo Amore's promo went on for about 10 minutes. And I was like, finally, Jericho comes out. Oh, but Jericho, he has to heal it up in this match. If I was in this match, I wouldn't sell no punches from none of those guys. He had to heal it up in this match and slap and do the stupid, unintelligent thing and slap Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman beats the living daylights out of him. So Jericho spent most of the Royal Rumble getting his butt handed to him. From the entire Royal Rumble, getting his butt handed to him. He lasted a long time, which is one of the only positives, but like I said, it was just boring. It was just boring up until the end, which I'm about to get to. Then you have no surprise entrance. All a bunch of NXT entrants, which I guess you gotta build for the future, but no surprise entrance. No Kurt Angle. I'm glad Kenny Omega didn't show up in this Royal Rumble. I was really hoping. I want Kenny Omega to stick for now. Maybe in the future he can go to maybe in the future, after he does what he says and makes New Japan one of the biggest promotions in the world, then he can go to WWE. But I don't want Kenny Omega in WWE, especially after that awesome match I seen between him and Kata. I don't want Kenny Omega in WWE. But going back to what I was saying, about this Royal Rumble. Yeah, they had the NXT people, no surprise entrances, no Kurt Angle, no nothing, no nothing. Like I said, the Royal Rumble was straight up boring until Orton, Randy Orton entered the Royal Rumble, entered the Royal Rumble and cleaned house. Then Dolph Ziggler came in. He did some good stuff. knocking everyone out with super kicks. Randy Orton hitting his RKOs everywhere, RKOs everywhere. Then of course, oh, it really got good when Brock Lesnar came. It really got good when Brock Lesnar came, and then finally, oh yes, Goldberg and Brock Lesnar, and once again, another quick elimination. Goldberg easily spears Brock Lesnar and clotheslines him over the ropes that quickly. I do not like squash matches. I understand the purpose of them for the purpose of storytelling, but I do not like squash matches. It's fake. It is fake. I hate seeing someone who can give someone a real good fight lose in a couple of seconds, job out in a couple of seconds. It never looks real or believable. Like I said, the difference between Goldberg here and in WCW is in WCW they made his squash matches, they made them competitive. They made him competitive. They let his opponents get in a good amount of offense. A good amount of offense. Here, Goldberg spears Lesnar, then clotheslines him over the rope. Clotheslines him over the rope again. Completely unrealistic, man. That alone beats Lesnar. That alone beats Lesnar. And Lesnar stands in that same spot. Lesnar, and it is stupid storytelling. Lesnar, he sits in that same spot close to the ropes. Get away from the ropes. Someone can come over there and throw you over the ropes. You know, he stands in there, same spot, gets up, and allows Goldberg to clothesline him over the ropes. Completely fake and unrealistic, man. And WWE, how do you mess up a Royal Rumble? How do you mess up a Royal Rumble? This is one of the reasons I still watch professional wrestling. Only in sports like professional wrestling, football, and hockey can you get multiple people on the multiple people in the ring, field, ice rink, fighting, competing, whatever. What's his name? Only in wrestling in these places. So, and Royal Rumble is crazy action. This is not technical wrestling. This is crazy, insane action. How do you screw up a battle royal? One of the coolest matches of all time. Then of course, next, Roman, so, oh yes, and bringing Roman Reigns back into the Royal Rumble after he lost earlier, after he lost earlier. I don't care about him eliminating Undertaker. I didn't care for his exchange with Undertaker, just like I didn't care for Undertaker's involvement in the Rumble. I didn't care for Undertaker's involvement in the Royal Rumble either. But that got a lot of people mad. Him eliminating Undertaker, and then look at the boos. See, that's why I can't stand WWE. Wrestlers like John Cena and Roman Reigns. These are supposed to be baby faces that we like, but instead they come out getting booed by they come out getting booed. They come out getting booed by everyone in the audience, man. When what's his name? They come out getting they get booed by the audience. The what's his name? The fans. The part I didn't watch of Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns match. When Jericho tossed the brass knucks to Owens, the fans were cheering. When he tossed the brass knucks and Kevin Owens mocked Roman Reigns by hitting his Superman punch finisher with the brass knucks, the fans were cheering. It's supposed to be a babyface, a guy we like. And I mentioned how he's not that good of a wrestler, which is, like I said, I turned it off out of sheer boredom. Yeah, he's not that good of a wrestler and only has good matches when he's in there with someone who can carry him to a good match. Like I said, yeah. Oh yeah, then Undertaker comes and just eliminates Undertaker comes and eliminates Goldberg. Eliminates Goldberg. I keep forgetting how Goldberg got distracted. But that allows Undertaker to eliminate Goldberg. Only good thing was Randy Orton winning. And even that right there, that was somewhat predictable. Because it was rumored that Randy Orton was gonna. It was spoiled on a spoiler website that Randy Orton was rumored to win the Royal Rumble, and now I see they're thinking about having Randy Orton and John Cena again. But yeah, like I said, this Royal Rumble was terrible. Like I said, a jobber Royal Rumble, no surprise entrance, no surprise entrance in this Royal Rumble. So yeah, another terrible pay per view from WWE. And to tell you the truth, people, I kind of predicted. Actually, I had high expectations for this pay per view, but to tell you the truth, I didn't care about anything going into this pay per view. I was supposed to do my best and worst Royal Rumble series, which I'm still gonna do, but I was supposed to do it I was supposed to do it as build up to this pay per view. I didn't care. I didn't care about anything on this show, man. I only tuned in because the Royal Rumble is one of my all-time favorite events from WWE. Like I said, I don't watch Raw, SmackDown, NXT. I don't watch none of that. I don't watch none of that. It is terrible. WWE sucks. WWE sucks. WWE sucks. Yeah, my last video I said it was gonna be a little bit more. Most of my hate for WWE has went down. It's went back up again after seeing all the awesome after seeing these past 2 weeks episodes of TNA and various other stuff like that Packers Falcons game I saw. My hatred for WWE went up even more. Went up even more. And it always happens. Every time WWE does something good, you clap, I clap for them, but then TNA or something else shows them up, and I begin hating WWE again for their mediocrity. Because that's all this company is. This was one of the biggest pay-per-views of the year. I don't even care about WrestleMania. Good that Randy Orton won, but I don't care about none of the stuff they say they have planned for WrestleMania. They say they got Roman Reigns versus Taker. Who cares? Randy Orton versus John Cena. I really don't care about that. Really don't care about that. Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt. Don't care. Oh, Big Show and Shaquille O'Neal, which I got this from JR from New York. I haven't seen this I haven't seen this I haven't seen this on any spoiler website, but Big Show and Shaquille O'Neal. Who cares? Cares? Like I said, man, WWE is just WWE is just trash, man. One of the worst pay-per-views I've seen, and one of the worst Royal Rumbles I've seen, and there have been a lot of terrible Royal Rumbles over the years. Boy, was this terrible, man. How do you fuck up a Royal Rumble? A Battle Royal? One of the coolest matches of all time. It's one of the reasons I still watch professional wrestling. How do you mess this up? Well, this was my quick, late, out-of-date review of the Royal Rumble 2017. Alright, I'm done.